Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's topic, my rant of the day so to speak, is one that's bugged me for literally years. And what it is Americans and English accents. For some reason they think that there's only two accents in the UK. There's the very bad Cockney accent, which we will talk about in a moment, and then this kind of upper class that I have never heard of in this country kind of accent. Right, I want to start first off. I'm going to talk about Bedknobs and Broomsticks from 1971. Bert, Dick Van Dyke, you know what he sounds like. His Cockney accent is terrible. What Dick Van Dyke was thinking, I do not know, and I am not even going to try and do his accent. This is why, if you ever ask an American to do an accent, they replicate that one. It is so annoying. We do not speak like that. The UK has regional accents as well. There's loads. That's like me saying to an American, oh, you're from LA. Well, Bubba, how are y'all doing? It's exactly the same as that. We don't speak Cockney. I have a Lincolnshire accent. I am from the very proud county of Lincolnshire. We are not a county of farmers. Dick Van Dyke, I think, set the bar for Americans. I wish they'd never seen that film. And in the 90s, I believe it was 96 to 99, I could be wrong, I'd have to check on that fact. There was a programme made in America called USA High. And there was a character on that called Mr. Elliot and his daughter Ashley. The guy that played Mr. Elliot was Nicholas Guest. He was Christopher Guest's brother, or still is. And Christopher Guest was Nigel Tufnell in Spinal Tap. We shall get back to him in a moment. Now, Nicholas Guest played Mr. Elliot with this very posh, very fake upper class accent. Again, one I have never ever heard in this country. And then Kristen Miller, who played his daughter, she tried to do what they think of as a British accent and failed miserably. Again, I'm not even going to try and replicate the accent because it's that bad. Why do Americans do it? I know British people are not very good at doing American accents, don't get me wrong, that's a different video altogether. But Americans doing British accents, I wish filmmakers would do more research into their accents. There was an episode of Columbo from 1972, Dagger of the Mind, not to be confused with Star Trek, where half of it was legitimately filmed in London. Wilfred Hyde White was in it. I forget the guy, the inspector. I was researching this last night, but I forget the guy. But he had kind of an English accent. He was an English person. And then they filmed half of it in California and tried to make California look like London. Right, where do we start? No, it just doesn't work. In Austin Powers, The Spy Who Me, Austin even makes reference to how Southern California looks nothing like the English countryside. And it was an ad-lib. And Heather Graham just went along with it thinking they were just having a normal conversation. And just because you put a Jaguar in a program doesn't mean it's in London. The Jaguars in America are totally different specifications to the Jaguars in the UK. We do not use white wall tyres. We have different grills because of US safety legislations and things like that. American filmmakers don't try and make America look like London. It doesn't work. Again, going back to Austin Powers, Mike Myers did a reasonable facsimile of a British accent. We can let him that one off. Right, going back to Spinal Tap, I would say for Americans, they probably did the best whatever British accent it was meant to be. It's meant to be South London or something like that, or it was definitely a London based accent. To me, they pulled it off. Spinal Tap from 1984 is one of those films that you have to see before you die. It is brilliant. I love it. I can quote lines from that film. I've seen it that many times. But they're the only ones really in my memory that have done what I would say is a decent English accent. So yeah, filmmakers, do your research. You know, don't just think, oh cool, blimey, Mary Poppins, is it? No, that's not British. An honourable mention, there was a film from 2001, it was called Hysteria, the Def Leppard story, where it's based in Sheffield and there's a Greyhound bus. Well, in the UK we don't have Greyhound buses, and there's a scene where Rick is driving his Corvette. It's the scene where he loses his arm, and the road markings and the signage is totally wrong. If you're going to try and make it look like England, at least put some effort into it. Don't leave things to chance like that. There are nerds out there like me that do spot these things. But yeah, Americans doing British accents, again, do some research. It's not all the same thing. I know this is one of my rants, but it really does bug the crap out of me, that. So yes, we are not all Cockneys. We are not all upper class toffs, whatever the hell that accent is. And yeah, well, I think that's the rant of the day over with. If you watch this film, do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you have any opinions on my rant? If you do, leave a comment, like it, share it, see what other people say. I would like to get some feedback on these videos, but you know, it all depends on what people watch. Right, well, I think that's that for today. I think I will be doing another video later in the week. I have numerous things I want to comment on. Right guys, I will catch you in another video. Take care, bye bye.